Ignatz and Hilda.
Hmm? Hey, Ignatz. Sorry to keep you waiting. Ready to start cleaning?
No, that's all right. Actually, I'm just finishing up.
Oh, it's true. Look how tidy everything is. You've done such a marvelous job. I'm glad I didn't get in your way.
Thank you very much. So anyway, you can go now.
Hmm?
You were talking to your friend, right? I just have some things to put away. It's okay, I can manage without you.
Oh, Ignatz, I thought I saw someone earlier. That was you, wasn't it? You know, I'd have been willing to help. You could have just said, hey, let's go and clean.
Really, Hilda? Is that all it would have taken? Based on other ones, I don't know if it would have been that easy for you.
It's all right, you were having a conversation. I didn't want to sneak up like I was eavesdropping, and really, I didn't need help.
Oh, Ignatz, you darling. You're so considerate. Thank you so very much.
Glad to be of service. I'll start putting all this away.
Not so fast.
Uh-oh.
Well, what's the matter?
Aren't you overdoing it? Don't you think you might be taking on too much, hmm?
Oh, I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Let me give you some advice. It's true that I like to delegate as many tasks as I possibly can, but when someone helps me, I make sure to lavish them with praise as a reward for their hard work.
Okay.
So, then we come out even. On the other hand, look what almost happened just now. You did all that work for me, and I almost missed it. Now, where would that leave you? With no praise, no thanks. You'd be losing out.
Interesting dynamic. Go on.
Personally, I'd prefer to lose out rather than inconvenience someone else. For instance, I'd have felt terrible for intruding on your important conversation earlier. Consider the negligible loss to me versus the major inconvenience to you. Personal loss is always going to be the better choice, right?
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm not sure how to convince you otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, he's got more! Ooh, Shamir.
Whew. Today's training was murder.
And Shamir comes out of the corner. Murder, you say?
Ah, Shamir, I have a question for you. Shamir?
She's thinking of murder.
Oh, I suppose she's meditating or something. Never mind then, I guess.
Where are you going?
Ah! Shamir!
Don't you have a question?
No, it's not important.
I'm finished meditating. Speak.
No, it's not. You're probably tired anyway.
Oh, Ignatz, shut up and wait. Shut up and tell her the question. I don't think it works that way. Just tell her. Just tell her.
Always be willing to speak and ask questions. Understood?
Yes, understood. I'll remember that for next time.
Next time.
Yes, I'm okay for today. Sorry to disturb you. I'll be leaving now.
Why must he be so difficult?
Because it's Ignatz. What else does he do other than be difficult? He's so worried about stepping on people's toes. He's so worried about stepping on people's toes that it becomes detrimental to pretty much every conversation.
Ignatz? Why are you following me?
Oh, Can I help you with something? You must be struggling by yourself, Cyril.
Oh, this poor guy, he just wants to be useful to somebody.
This is my job. I do it myself.
But we could do it so much faster working together.
You don't have to.
I don't mind. Plus, if we finish early, you can go and do whatever you like.
You want to know what I want to do?
Sure, tell me.
I'd like to do my assigned work without you pestering me.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, okay.
Someone's got a Felix complex.
Why are you always so concerned about what I'm doing anyway, Ignatz? It's kind of weird, you know?
Wow. It hurts when you put it like that. I've been meaning to ask you about Elmira. You always look so busy, but I thought you might talk to me if I helped with your work.
There's nothing about Elmira worth talking about.
Well then.
But I find it all so fascinating. Please, tell me about the people, the buildings, the flowers. Ooh, any scenery you liked looking at.
Nope, never took much time to look at anything. Why do I gotta talk about stuff I don't want to talk about just because you're bored, Ignatz?
Even though you endured hardships, there must have been some things you enjoyed.
You don't get it. Look, I'm gonna go. Should have done it already.
Okay, sorry to bother you. Let me know if I can help. Oh, and I hope we can talk some other time.
Yikes.
But there's nothing to talk about. Jeez, what a weirdo.
Well, that support feels like it's going nowhere. Let's see, Marianne and Animate. Oh, this should be good.
I should head back.
Finished with your training, Miss Marianne?
Oh, Professor Henneman. Yes, I've just finished training for the day.
You have merely completed the exercises assigned to you, yes? Nothing more? Or am I wrong?
Yes. I'm sorry. I should have done more.
No, please. You've done as you were asked. Quite solid work, child. I simply wish to ask a question. You possess a crest, do you not?
Here we go.
When you entered the Officers' Academy, your father submitted a request to the monastery, as well as a significant donation. Your father asked that your crest not be confirmed, under any circumstances.
Wow.
At first, I thought he did not want the world to know that his daughter bore no crest. In your father's position as a newly minted noble, it would be most advantageous for his daughter to possess a crest, you see. However, I am now certain I was wrong. I believe you do, in fact, possess a crest of some sort.
How did you find out?
I have been called the Father of Crestology, which is a bit of an ostentatious title, I admit. However,
I love it. They call me wonderful. They say I'm wonderful. In fact, it's so much who I am, it's part of my name. Anyway.
a brief period of observation allows me to hazard a usually accurate guess as to whether a body houses a crest or not.
Well, there's less sing-song involved, but yeah, basically the same thing.
With the knowledge of your father's actions and my own observations, I come to you with a warning.
Oh.
As a crest bearer, you are guaranteed to have certain talents. It is prudent to study your crest diligently to ensure your safe mastery of these talents, whatever they may prove to be.
No, I have no talents.
Oh yes, you do. No matter how hard you may try to hide it, my sight is keener than that. And what I see, others will eventually notice as well.
Well then.
Those who hold power must wield it in the service of their fellow man, Miss Marianne. I believe that is true, whether you are peasant or noble. And doubly true, I would say, for those with crests. Or do you think I'm wrong? On principle alone, it is a waste to allow a rare talent to remain dormant. I would like very much to advise you to aid your understanding of your crest. Will you accept my offer?
No, I refuse.
Well then.
That is regrettable. A veritable tragedy, Miss Marianne.
But there's so much more support between them two, so obviously it gets much deeper than that. Yay. Loni and Sedith.
Oh, hello, Sedith.
Hello, Leone. I imagine you are here to fish?
Yeah, this is a great spot for it. You must be a pretty experienced fisherman, huh?
Pretty much. It's all he does in his free time.
Actually, while I have enjoyed the hobby for a long while, I must admit I am less than proficient.
Now that you mention it, I can see you're not having much luck today.
Wasn't it that his wife was a very good fisherman?
It is likely because I am not using any bait.
Oh.
Well, that explains it. But why bother fishing at all if you're not even trying to catch something?
Truthfully, I fish only so that I might relax. It is soothing to me to cast the line and watch the water ripple. My days are busy, even hectic. It helps to find peace and quiet every so often.
Oh, that makes sense. Still, if you're going to go to all the trouble, you may as well actually bait the line.
Maybe so. But, to my chagrin, I do not even know what type of bait to use. I learned to fish by accompanying my wife. She was always the one to bait the hooks.
Yeah, I thought so. That was a horrible background. There's literally a line in the sunlight reflecting off the water where the pictures were sewn together.
She would hand me the rod and I would cast my line. I never paid attention to how the rest was done.
Ah. And your wife, where is she now?
She passed away quite some time ago. Since then, I have only to fish on my own. Even so, I find peace out here. Bait or no bait. What about you? Why do you fish?
Me? Just for the fish, actually. For me, it's purely practical. Catch a bite now, one less meal to worry about later. Hunting, fishing, whatever it takes to get by. That's how I've always done it. I'm not exactly starving right now, but back then, if I couldn't catch something, I'd go hungry. So getting the hang of it was pretty vital.
Yeah.
I would certainly say so. I imagine it is intensely satisfying to catch a fish when the need is so great.
Probably, yeah. The need makes it more purposeful. But hey, if you ever want to try fishing for real, I'd be happy to share my bait with you. And if you catch something, I'll cook it up nicely for you. How's that for motivation?
Quite motivational to me.
Oh, are you a skilled chef also?
Nice.
Can't promise it'll be fancy, but it'll taste good.
Yay.
Impressive. Wouldn't you know it, I am suddenly overcome with the urge to excel.
Great! Let's get started.
Aw. Yay. Happy feelings. Happy feelings are happy.
Why am I so off? Yesterday wasn't like this. Some days I just can't seem to hit anything.
Your mind, body, and technique are not synchronized. Find harmony between the three.
Well then.
You lack experience. You'll improve if you practice.
Now that you mention it, Shamir, how come I've never seen you train? Do you keep odd hours? Or are you just so good that you don't even need it anymore?
I am always training. Look here.
A dagger.
Watch.
Wow, nice throw. That was a long one. But does throwing knives at pillars really count as shooting practice?
Look closely.
Is that a centipede? You pierced it clean in half. How did you even see that?
I train everything. Eyes, speed, accuracy. Watch as the bird flies. Feel the wind. Recognize the distance between objects. Not all training requires a weapon. Integrate training into your daily routine.
My goodness.
My daily routine, huh? Well, that's great advice. Thanks. I'll do my best.
Very good. Just be cautious.
Short and sweet. I like it. I like it. And Sedith and Flane have why? How they should? I'm very curious. But in the meantime, Sedith and Manuela.
Manuela, a moment?
Oh, hello, Sedith. I must apologize, but I'm quite busy. Perhaps we could talk another time?
I have already confirmed that you have no urgent business. I would like to hear your explanation now.
Ooh, Manuela's in trouble.
My explanation? For what?
Allow me to be more specific. Where were you, and what were you doing last night?
Oh
my dear Sedith. You must relax that worried brow. Those forehead creases will ruin your beauty.
Just answer the question, please.
What question is that? The one you already know the answer to? Last night I had a bit of fun and a bit of drink. Less of one and more of the other, sure, but...
How much you drink is not my concern. But you are an adult who is tasked with the supervision of children. You should not be causing trouble for the students. It is unacceptable for you to expose them to your disgraceful behavior. Even more so to impose upon them the labor of cleaning up your mess.
Oh boy.
Oh, don't oversell it. All they did was walk with me back to my room.
From what I hear, you had to be carried.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to think I'd remember that. If it happened, and it probably didn't, it's not as if I'm heavy. Nobody hurt themselves. Did they? Come on, Sedith. Loosen up. If you're so worried about how I'll behave, why don't you join me for a drink sometime? I mean, I only get in trouble when I drink alone.
Oh, jeez.
If it will help to improve your behavior, I would not object to accompanying you from now on.
Wow.
Well, that sounds just delicious. What are you doing tonight, around...
But first I will lecture you on all of the intricacies of proper behavior in the supervision of children. And until I am done, you will not drink a drop of alcohol.
Said and throwing the textbook at her.
If you agree to those conditions, I will join you. I will even drink with you. Alcohol has little effect on me.
That is just... You know, getting lectured by you is... Well, I think the word is torture. Yes, that's it. Torture. And I won't have it.
Well then.
I'm going to go get a drink and try to forget this ever happened.
Wait, that's not how this...
How is it that you imagine yourself the tortured one?
Well then. And that's it for everybody else, except for Linhardt, but he won't talk to me unless it's during the day. During exploration or during the week or what have you. Alright, so let's go ahead and save, and then we will move on with our exploration. If anything comes up, I will let you guys know.
You've done me a great service.
You got rid of the big one. Now the other fish can rest easy, assuming fish rest. Anyway, nice work. Got it. Okay, our day of wandering around the monastery is over, but I do have a couple supports to do. So first up is Linhardt, and then, I don't remember who. Dorothea, maybe?
Ah, yes. Professor, what brings you out so late?
I could ask you the same. Shouldn't you be sleeping?
I've been worrying about something.
No.
I asked you once to help me achieve my goal of being a person who can simply nap all day. Then I thought, if the world becomes a peaceful place, all my crest research might be for naught.
Why is that?
Well, I don't see how crests have much use in times of peace. Certainly there are crests that make you stronger and could be used in engineering. And I suppose crests that increase magical abilities might help doctors heal injuries. Still, the possibilities seem limited. It's as if crests were designed to be used only in times of war. Their power meant to bring about death and destruction.
Yeah. Maybe you're right.
I cannot prove what I say is true, but suppose for a moment that it is. The longer this war goes on, the more useful my crest research becomes. But if the war were to end today, we would go on living, perhaps not using the power of our crests at all. It is truly my dream to be a crest scholar, but I also dream of all the wonderful naps peace would bring.
Yeah.
Saying it all out loud, it feels a rather stupid thing to worry over. Knowledge or peace? Sleep or war?
It's not stupid.
Thank you, Professor. I appreciate the sentiment. Although if I stop researching crests, I'll have one less excuse to spend time with you.
No.
Professor, don't make faces like that. People like you, who listen to my blathering and then nod and smile as though what I say matters, people like you are very precious to me.
Oh. Yeah. Yay! So there's an S that happens after the war, but like when are we not gonna have any more character development between the main character and the students at all? Until after basically the game's over?
Professor?
At least what I'm assuming. I'm assuming the game ends after the war's over. Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of a bummer if that's true. I guess we'll just keep playing and see what happens. Anywho, let's see what Dorothea's up to.
This may seem a bit sudden, but I want to thank you, Professor. That is, for letting me live my life the way I want.
Aww.
I've noticed you've been giving me fewer of those soul-revealing gazes lately.
Less of seeing right through you, right?
I appreciate you making an effort to not trouble yourself over who I spend my time with.
Yeah. So you found me out.
Well, of course. Did you think I wouldn't notice? It's kind of sweet in its own way. Professor, may I tell you a story about when I was younger? I was an orphan, living in the back alleys of Enbar, until one day I was overheard singing. That was when my new life began. I was suddenly a songstress in the Mittelfranc Opera Company. Performers, nobility. I met so many people. But none of them ever really knew me. I was just some young, pretty girl who could sing. A spectacle to be admired. Even though everyone praised my looks and my voice, and they showered me with gifts, I knew one day I'd be old. My looks would fade, my voice would change. I wouldn't sound the same.
Yeah.
And I started to wonder, when I did get old, what would I have left? I'd be old, alone, and back on the streets of the capital, right where I'd started.
I see. I don't believe that's true.
You can never be certain about what the future will bring. I never had much to begin with in life, and I worry that one day I'll be that way again. That's why I keep searching for someone who will love me. Someone unaware of the songsters, who can love a girl that used to be scared and alone on the streets of the capital.
Well, that's very romantic and, in a way, quite pragmatic. But again, I think that's Dorothea in a nutshell.
I wonder if such a strange person can even exist.
Hey, Rick. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's that on exploration. Let's get some more instructing done. Manually, please. More manuals. Let's see. More Ferdinand. Because he's got very refresh status. Yay. Let's keep working on on authority.
I am.
Dang. That's a perfection. Alright, Linhard, you're also very refreshed.
Tell me, am I achieving anything yet?
Nice. Warp.
There must be more to this.
Oops.
Tell me, am I achieving it?
Didn't mean to hit that twice. Warp. Warp? Is warp exactly what it sounds like? Because if so, yay. In fact... moves an ally to a targeted space within a range based on magic. Holy crap. Have I learned everything I can learn? It's a lot of magics. And Dorothea is also refreshed. Let's work on our faith. Okay, 4 more. Let's see. Perfect. Mercedes.
Yes. Now. Yes.
Annette.
Yes, that's it.
Perfect.
I'll get the next one too. Yes.
Raphael. Raph needs more authority.
I think that was pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it was. And lastly, Hilda. You don't really do good with authority, do you, Hilda? Hey, she can do heavy armor stuff. We can work on that.
That was so helpful. That was so helpful. Thanks.
Okay. Moving on.
Professor.
That's the same thing I have, I'm sure. So silly. So silly.
I am pleased to report our superior result.
Nice. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh,
I have much expertise now.
nice. Alert stance.
Now to keep polishing my skills.
Ward arrow. My gosh, his voice has dropped.
I didn't even know I cared this much.
I've really gotten the hang of this.
I've learned a thing or two from battle.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
Dang. Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. Nice, so Ward Arrow actually blocks the enemy from countering with magic. And then Petra has Alert Stance, which basically allows her to stand still and increase her avoidance rate. which is actually pretty spiffy. Okay, so we're gonna save. I'm actually going to turn off the recording for the battle. Actually, I'll just close out the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Why don't we do that over, Jax? Alright, so next time we are going to move on to the end of the month. I don't know exactly what we're doing here. Restore the monastery. Deacclimate to life of Garrick Mach, help your allies prepare for the impending arrival of the Imperial Army. Okay. But we are going to be doing this stuff. We've got the rare monster sighting as well as another quest to do. So we are going to go into battle. Knock out the quest, knock out probably this guy, and then that guy. We're going to do those off recording. And we'll probably have a whole bunch of support to do again. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But until next time, hopefully you guys are having a great day. Take care, and I will catch you next time.